Hey guys, I'm making this video for the people that's considering modding, and I have a cold, so it sound like I have a frog in my throat. But after about 24 hours since I've gotten this, I'm pretty impressed with this thing. I mean, this thing is solid, well built. It's pretty fun as is. I mean, this bezel, sort of disappears as you play. I mean, you're not looking at it as you're playing. It's more of an eyesore when you're not playing it. Once you're playing it, you're looking at the screen like anything else. And so, I mean, if you did nothing with this thing, it's a pretty fun and entertaining pinball machine. But obviously, there's the virtual pinball to be considered. It's just the right cabinet to put a PC in with another monitor and all that stuff up there. I don't know. Now this is a arcade 1-up screen, off of a Galaga, but obviously it's the same as Golden Tee or the same as this here. That'll fit in there with little cap around it. It's got the hole through there for the wires to go through. The bezel is the problem child, problem piece of whether you keep it as it is or you modify it. But let's just talk about some of the modding options. Obviously, for some people that's taller, they're going to want to be able to raise it, and they have things in the market already that should be sufficient for that. Just a matter of measuring out the width of these. These feet are not solid. They're L bracket or V bracket, so we'll have to accommodate that. So raising it is a real simple mod. The plunger, that's questionable. You can't put a coin door on it because there's not enough space here for a traditional coin door. Obviously, putting graphics other than the honey house is doable. This that plexiglass is pretty thick and nicely done. People were talking about the lights. The light, it looked like it's just on the top, shining down. So obviously you can put some more lights in there to lighten it up more. Improve the speakers. It's not very loud. It doesn't get very loud. For having stereo speakers, it doesn't sound any louder than the one speaker on the. It doesn't sound louder than the one speaker on the arcade 1-up. So speakers being something that you can mod. This piece here, obviously, the guys out there can make replacement screens pretty easily. So if you wanted to skin this with something else, a totally different pinball that's not even in here, and skinned it, they can make this plexi pretty easily. So for third-party markers, skinning the whole case, cabinet, that's obviously an option. Skinning this bezel, if you're not planning to change anything, is an option. Redoing this with the proper holes is an option. The buttons are fine for what they do. Maybe you can put LED lights in there and have a extra power supply for that. That's an option. So what do you guys think? What else do you see being modding? Just keeping it as it is, not doing a PC. What modding options do you see besides skinning it, new plexi, improved speaker, improved lighting, plunger, rising it up higher? What else do you see? LEDs under it so it shines out, behind it, you know. Am I missing anything? Let me know. Alright, so I'm going to end this, but I am very impressed with it. Some of the games are a little wacky, but with 12, there's definitely some decent tables on here. Now, here's the reality for me. I got 2,200 games on that. The same 2,200 games on here, though I narrowed the list down to vertical only in my list that you see, and horizontal and landscape only on this list. But how many games am I really going to play? I got a handful over there that I play regularly, and I have less over here that I play, but not by much. I have all the components to mod this. I just hadn't gotten around to it. I was going to put a PC in here, and I had an issue with the trackball not performing the way it should. So I may just put a Pi in there and put the bowling and other old school trackball games in it. Only trackball games that are landscape. So that's on the table. I have all the parts to do it. I can do that anytime. But this has enough games in it that I'm not going to play this for as long as I play those, period. I did play pinball more than I play arcade games, and that's not going to change in present day. But I enjoy playing pinball like I did back then, just not at the same level. So, of the 12 games, there's enough variety here to keep me entertained that I wouldn't have to mod it. Now, I don't know if you guys have played any of the Pinball X games or any of the other games out there. There's some pretty cool tables. Would I like to play those tables? Yes. Is it? Right now it's too early to know where that direction is because of this darn bezel. Well, no, not really. We can, if we get the video board, identified, we can plug a PC in there with this monitor as is, right? Throw another monitor like the one I just showed you up there, and can get going pretty easily from here. Might have to change out some of the controls, but not changing the bezel and putting a PC in there for virtual Pinball X and the virtual pinball is definitely doable. There's enough room in there to house it. There's access up for the cables already to be able to put a monitor in there. You would just have to get some way of mounting that monitor and another protection around that new monitor. Some way to mount it up there. So it's all doable if you kept this bezel here and kept this screen and use it once we identify that. So that's step one for putting the PC in here, is identifying that. the video board that we need. Changing this out and putting a bigger screen in, that's going to require a lot of research. People getting one of these in their hands that has the CNC machines. Could you replace this with wood and just have metal brackets? I mean, it's a lot of options. How you do that, nobody knows at this point in time. But there's definitely interest and definitely some modding potential for this guy. Just like with these things, some people keep it stock and just change out the joysticks. Some people leave it stock and just add LED lights and even a coin door, but keep it stock. Some people transform them and mod them from stock arcade machines into various different things: PCs, Raspberry Pis, Pandora boxes, 60-in-1. Yeah, the list goes on and on. Even putting Xboxes and Nintendo 64s and all kinds of stuff we've seen. Wii, they put Wii in these. So there's a lot of modding potential in here as well. And I'm interested to discover, to learn, and to investigate with you guys. If you have any questions, if you don't have one that you need answered, let me know what those are. I can answer that. And I'm just going to enjoy this until we learn more. All right, guys. My throat is killing me. Talk to you guys next time. And thanks for watching. Comments below what you want to learn about, what you think about doing to it. Is it possible? Let's talk. Let's discuss it. That's what this group is for. Until next time, guys, I'll see you on the web. Well, I'm not gonna end it like that. You guys want to see some play? I'm not really sure which ones are my favorite. I don't know what's the one that's my favorite yet. Let me turn the volume back up. But I like a few of them. Some of them I'm not too excited about. But I like a TX Sector and Class of 1812. I'm not sure which one I like, and I'm not even sure why I like either one at this point in time. It's just too new. I'm sure there's a couple of them that I haven't even played yet. And I don't know if I can get this in better. I don't know. If I can stand in here and let you see this while I'm playing. Got a little glare. Hey Google, turn off all the lights. Still getting glare from the top. I'm getting glare from the top there. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never been exceptionally good at pinball, but I enjoy it. And like the arcade one-ups with no quarters required, I enjoy them a lot more with not wasting quarters to play. I mean, these things have objectives, which I've yet to pay much attention to yet. And some of the games have 5 balls and some have 3. This one has 3. Now, if you hit the options, they give you these goals. So here are the standard goals. To start multi-ball, to earn an extra ball, earn a special. So you see I've saved the ball with the outlaying post and I've collected the teleport. How I went about that, I'm not sure. I didn't do it on purpose, that's for sure. But, you know, as far as 3D, there is one table, I can't recall exactly which table that is. It definitely has some 3D, clearly 3D graphics. But this feels, and looks pretty authentic. The angles of these, the graphics makes it look like you're looking down at 3D objects for sure. Man, okay, they got saved. But some of these things, man, it's like, and you can jerk the table or nudge it. Like save, only 2. Okay, what's this? That thing is blinking. Teleport to lock. I don't know what they're asking me to do, but the only things that I really know how to get done on my own is hit those little targets. And some of these little ramps just require such precision to get those balls up there. My skills are definitely lacking. I mean, even when you shoot this particular one out, man, when you eject the ball or shoot the ball and launch the ball, it has that paddle over there that I can do something with, but I always forget to do something with. Look at that, see? Because that's just so foreign to me. And then I don't understand, some of the tables allow you to put your name up, some don't. I don't know if you have to reach a certain high score before they'll, because they put some fictitious high scores up here. Some of them are like super high. It's like, come on, man, this is our game. Can't we get our names up there and let our family members try and knock each other off? It's kind of silly that they would do it like that. Class of 1982, I like that one. I like the graphics, I like the audio. And I am sick with my throat, but I know you guys, a lot of you guys are considering, do you buy this? And so I just want to make sure I get some videos out here so people can have something to help them make a decision. Only thing, you know, what I don't like is I lean on this, and so having this bezel is kind of cool, but these corners are just a little too sharp for my hands, so I gotta find a better way to position my hands. Or maybe I could just stand up and stop being lazy and leaning down, huh? That might do it. Come on. Now this one has like a block, exit blocker there, and it can actually come into play if you don't panic and sort of let it bounce off of it sometimes. But that's all. That's what pinball is about, is trying to figure out what all this stuff means and shoot the ball. I got an extra ball. And I'm terrible when these extra balls come in there. There's almost no benefit because one always gets lost pretty quick. Look at that. See? Both of them got lost. That multiple ball thing definitely doesn't help me. All right, so I sucked with that. And, you know, this is clearly an Android program on here. I keep wanting to hit the button with my hand on the screen. I'd much rather it had a more indiscreet indicator, like just a little blue dash or a yellow dash. Because I'll tell you, if you look at this from an angle, I'm sure there's a lot of smudge marks right there where those buttons are. Some of these things are just very basic. I think this might be, I don't know if this is the one that has 3D rotating object. And this one, like when you release the ball, you have to, it's like a timed thing you have to draw. You're the police officer. So they'll tell you to draw. Ready, set, draw. And you don't want to be too early or too late. See that thing is rotating over there? So it does that every time the ball is launched. It takes forever for this ball to come out because of that feature. Again, I'm not familiar with none of these tables. I've never played any of these tables before, so it's all totally new to me. Ready, set, draw. See, it rotates every time you do that thing, and if you shoot your ball in there, which I've yet to do, it changes what's going to happen, I'm assuming, based on which. I suck, man. I didn't draw that time, so I didn't get that thing to rotate. Look at that, straight down center. What up, Bobby Vu? I see you out there, man. I love that thing you got there. I don't necessarily like having all the arcades in with it, but it's still a pretty cool concept. It looked like the same table that Retro Ralph used to have and got rid of. Or did he get rid of something to get that? No, I think he got rid of one to get that one that you have. I mean, it's pretty cool. If you only had one machine, I guess that's not bad, but I tend to like to have stuff separate. You know, that's why I have my vertical. I can't stand playing vertical games on the landscape. I mean, in addition to the controls being wacky, because those games are 4-way versus 8-way. I just don't like looking at it in the wrong orientation or squished. So I would rather have my pinball by itself and my arcade by itself. And this one almost looked like those little plastic pinball we used to have as a kid. Where it's not as sophisticated as some of the... that's going out. And so this one is really weird. I definitely haven't played a pinball, a real pinball with those little plastic bumpers in there like that ever before. I'm 53, so you know the whole pinball was a side show to arcades for me. If it had its mainstream time, I was too young. Arcades were the rave with Pac-Man, Galaga, and all those guys. Pinball was like if I was trying to play something and everybody else was hogging the game I wanted to play, I would rather play pinball than some other wacky game that I had absolutely no interest in. But this was fun. I mean, all these games are entertaining. To save. Uh-oh. Only saved it for a second. You know, it's definitely entertaining. Definitely worth the money. I can't complain about that. I can't deny that. You know, it's if you enjoy the arcade 1-up boxes, there's absolutely no way you wouldn't enjoy this as well. And it has 12 games in it. You know, just like you may have arcade 1-up cabinets that has some games that you would never play. Like those people that have that Defender, those wacky button layouts, they don't play that. You know, so all of our 3/4 scale multiple game cabinets are going to have some games that we like more than others. I mean, they're not consistent with, you know, like these little fake directions and things that are down here in this area. Some are very clear on some games, and on other games, they are illegible. You know, so I'm not sure what that's all about. But those are things you can definitely get right. All right, guys. Well, I've gone on long enough. I appreciate you guys stopping in. This will be here for other people to watch later and comment. You guys have a good evening. Have a good weekend. I'm sure I'll be doing some other stuff before this weekend's done. That's what I do. All right, guys. See you on the web.